Hello crafty friends, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so happy to be back on the Jane's Doodles YouTube channel with this fun fall card. I'm going to be using the Warm Hugs stem set today, and if everything goes well, the shop should be back open again today as well. Jane is back from her holidays, so you should be able to check out the shop and get any sets you want. Now I'm starting out with the background, and I am taking a piece of scrap white cardstock and a bunch of paper strips. I die cut a bunch of green stripes or strips and some of that gorgeous Stardust paper from Kato and I'm, which is a very weird color, but it just goes really well with green. It's the yellowish ochre-ish color. I really love it. And I also included a couple of glitter strips as well, just to spice things up. Now this will actually give me plenty to work with. I am going to get 2 cards out of this at least. I'm only going to use the one background for today. Now this is obviously not very white. I am just going to use it for the bottom of my card as a grassy hill. Now for the Jane's Doodles stem set, again I'm using the Warm Hugs stem set, which is a favorite of mine and one I wanted for a long time. And this is actually the first card I'm making with it. But when I think of Jane's Doodles, for some reason this image just pops into my head. It's just such a lovely bear. I love him so much. So I'm stamping him onto Clairefontaine DCP 250 GSM cardstock with some Memento Tuxedo black ink, which is an alcohol marker friendly ink. Good thing, because I am coloring with my alcohol markers today. These are the Ohuhu markers, and I am very new to them. This is the 3rd card I'm making with them, and I'm very pleased with them as well. I am trying to put the caps at the top left corner there, but I often forget. I am very used to holding the cap in my left hand while I'm coloring. It's a habit that is very hard to get out of for some reason. So, I mean, please be patient with me. I always color from my darkest to my lightest shade. And I do swatch my colors out, or I try my combinations out before I actually start coloring the image. Because sometimes markers blend really easily together and sometimes they don't. So just trying them out onto a scrap piece of cardstock usually helps me. Now, apart from the blue trim on his sweater and the blue I will be using for the bicycle, I'm using some beautiful warm fall tones. I love fall, which is why I'm making a fall card in the middle of August, and it's not even my first one. I'm so done with the heat we've been having, and I'm very ready to get some rain and some falling leaves and just all things autumn. Now, once I'm done coloring this, I have actually left the stems in my Misti. I left coloring with my alcohol markers, especially since I got these new ones, but I also really love an embossed outline. Now, embossing and alcohol markers don't mix well, so you want to emboss after you're done coloring. For that, just stamp them in alcohol marker friendly ink for the first time. Leave the stems in your Misti, but the paper, once you're done coloring, put the paper back into the corner that you put it in first and stamp it again with some embossing ink. I am using Versafine Onyx Black for this and embossing with clear gloss superfine embossing powder. Once that's on there, I can heat set it, and I did actually find out something very strange. Some of the orange started to fade back into yellow once I applied heat to it. It was only one color, so I just went over it again with the marker and that solved it. There wasn't much coloring to fix, but it's something to be aware of when you're coloring with alcohol markers apparently, because I've never had that happen before. Now I die cut a background panel with a reverse confetti die. This is a Folklore die. It just leaves a really fun stitched detail in the background. And that just means that it's not just an open white space. I added the grassy hill with some foam tape, and I'm doing the same for the bear image. I'm gluing one of the leaves underneath the bicycle wheel, and the other two I am also propping up onto tiny bits of foam tape as well. And that's actually going to finish my card. I didn't add any sparkle to this apart from the few glitter strips in my grassy hill. Yeah, which is not my usual thing, but I really like how simple this card is and how abstract the grassy hill is with those strips. I hope you like it too. It's, again, one of my favorite images Jane has ever made, but I can tell you right now that there are some better ones coming, even better than this one. So I hope you stay tuned for those. I hope you check out the shop, which should be opening today, and if not, I'm sure Jane will keep you updated on her Instagram. I will leave that linked in the description below as well, because she shares some amazing projects. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, so you can be notified of new videos, and I hope to see you next time.